Welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today I'm going to be giving you my top phones of 2023. We're just going to actually we're just going to sit back and we're going to have a normal conversation. I'm going to tell you which phone I thought was the best, which phone I thought was exciting, which phone that I think was probably the least exciting. We're just going to have a general conversation as if I was just talking to friends. But before we get started, if you guys like the content, please leave a like on the video, comment down below what you guys think about this and any other videos, subscribe to become part of the family, share, tell your friends, all that other good stuff. And if you guys really want to support the channel, feel free to make a donation via Cash App at the Tech Rant Show. That's $TechRantsShow. Donations are never required, but are greatly appreciated. So I know you guys cannot see me, so it is what it is. I'm sorry about that. So at the recording of this video, I will either have it uploaded tonight or it might be exactly on New Year's Day, but I'm going to get it up here. I know it's been a while. I've been dealing with some personal matters in my life, just trying to get some things done with the business, but I will be producing more content. I'm not going. Sorry about that. I'm not going to commit myself to a schedule just yet, but I just know that I will be producing more content. So shout out to everybody who have messaged me and who has donated, and wanted to know, hey, was I safe and things like that. Yes, I'm still here. All right, so I just wanted that to be known. Now, there are a lot of good phones that came out in 2024. I mean 2023. Sorry. But here's the thing. Let's talk about some of the best phones. Talk about some of the worst phones, and just have this conversation. So first things first. What was the what do I think the worst phone to come out of 2023 was? Hmm. Worst phone to come out of 2023. I think I would probably have to say maybe the Pixel Fold. Okay, and a lot of you users say, well, why do you say that? Did you even own the Pixel Fold? I think the Pixel Fold was overpriced, and I don't think it's quite ready for prime time. $1,800, and you're not offering the same. You're pushing up against the Galaxy, or if not so, you're right there with the Galaxy Z Fold 5. And then you have other phones like the OnePlus Open, the Motorola Razr, all these other phones that are actually a lot better because they have the experience. The first foldable device from Google, and with Google, not necessarily they are a mainstream brand, but a lot of people don't buy Pixels, especially here in the U.S. They really don't. So to push an $1,800 phone from Google and a company that has kind of a rocky reputation, I'm sorry. I don't think that was the smartest move. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give that one to the Pixel Fold. I know some of you are gonna disagree, and I'm not saying it's a bad phone. I just think it was overpriced and it was not as well as constructed as it could have been. I mean, it's probably a terrific phone. I think maybe $1,200, $1,300 maybe should have been the sweet spot, but $1,800, no. I'm sorry. Can't really do that. Um, most unimpressive and most unimproved phone. Like I said, I don't really have any special categories. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head, and if I miss something, we can talk about it or whatever. I'm gonna say the iPhone 15 series. Obviously, the 15 and 15 Plus are just revamps of the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. I mean, sorry, the 14. I'm sorry, they're revamps of the 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. The only difference is that they don't have the Pro displays, and they're missing the camera and a lot of other things. So, but they gave the dynamic island and things like that. They don't, so the 15 Plus is pretty much it's a watered down version of the 15 Pro Max. Same thing with the 15. It's a watered down version of 14 Pro. So I'm sorry, 15 Plus is a watered down version of the 14 Pro Max. 15 is the watered down version of the 14 Pro. Now, the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max, I have not used any of those phones, but my niece got a 15 Pro Max for Christmas. And boy, let me tell you this. She's 15 years old. Okay, 15 years old. I have the 14 Pro Max, and I didn't think it was possible. Now, don't get me wrong, the 15 Pro Max feels really good in the hands. I like the titanium sides. I like the way it's constructed. It's a very, very nice phone. But I took my her phone didn't come in a case. So I took my 14 Pro Max out of my case, put it in my 14 put her 15 Pro Max in my 14 Pro Max case, and it fit. Yeah, it was a little, it didn't quite give the razivity that my case gave, but it was usable. You could tell. And, besides the fact that there's not really much of a difference between these phones, it's just like, whoa, what are you really gaining? Like, so in my personal opinion, there's really no reason for someone to upgrade from a 14 Pro Max to a 15 Pro Max. I mean, you can sit here and say, well, USB-C and all this other stuff. In the real world, it's really no reason to upgrade from the 15 Pro Max, from the 14 Pro Max to the 15 Pro Max. Definitely no reason to upgrade from a 14 to a 15. Definitely no reason to upgrade from a 14 plus to a 15 plus. Because your name would be Jimmy two times. You just bought the same damn phone twice. All right, so that's just what that is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say that is the least impressive phone. Not saying that they're bad phones, least impressive. And then yeah, you got the price increase of the 15 Pro Max. And they also added some extra camera features that you can only get on the 15 Pro Max and not the 15 Pro. And yeah, you can argue, oh well, they doubled the storage. The 15 Pro Max starts at 256 versus 128. Yeah, I get all that, but it is what it is. Sorry, I can't necessarily keep that argument going. All right, so there's that. Um, next, um, most improved phone. It's kind of most improved phone. It's kind of a tie. I'd say definitely the Galaxy S23 lineup. Uh, from the S22, they fixed the battery life. They fixed the overheating issues, things like that. The S23 is an amazing phone. $799. It's Samsung. I think that's why they were able to do it. Yeah, the cameras is whatever, but I think they really could have maybe $699. But like I said, they're more of a name brand. Samsung is a name brand, so. But I think the S23 lineup definitely has a much improved. They improved on the things that they needed to improve on from last year. The 8 Gen 2 was not the best. The 8 Gen 1 was not the best chip. 8 Gen 2 solved a lot of those problems, and then they did this 8th Gen 2 for Galaxy. Kind of overclocked it a little bit, kind of gave it a little bit of a boost and things like that, and I think that really helped it. So I'm gonna have to go there. Next, most impressive phone of the year. My personal opinion, the most impressive, the most exciting. Um, I would definitely have to say it's a tie between the OnePlus Open and anything that is produced from Xiaomi. Okay, so Xiaomi phones, I wish I could get my hands on. I mean, I know I can buy them from GearStop and a lot of these other places and things like that. I don't want to go through the headache of importing a Chinese phone at the moment, strictly because I use AT&T as my main carrier. Now, maybe if I had prepaid, which I might eventually get a prepaid line just so I could play with it, or I might get something on T-Mobile. But AT&T is my main carrier right now, and I don't, as far as how I run my account, I use two phones, but AT&T is the only carrier I have. Excuse me. So yeah, I might go ahead and get a line just to play with. But those Xiaomi phones, they add features and they do things that's just like they give you so much for the money, and it's just like, wow, why can't we have that here in the US? But you know, Xiaomi hasn't made it big over here, and I think if they sold Xiaomi phones in the US, I think they're afraid it would have been like Huawei, because Huawei was a terrific brand. If I could, man, if Huawei was still a thing, because I mean, they still make phones. Don't get me wrong, Huawei still makes phones. Honor, Honor, Magic, all them people, they still make phones, but Huawei is not the most. They're not the once dominatory company that they were. When that ban happened between ZTE and Huawei, that was just sad. It was very sad because ZTE made some amazing phones. Huawei made some amazing phones. It was just like, wow, okay. But anyway, anything coming from Xiaomi, Poco, Vivo, all these phones, they offer so much bang for the buck, and the software support that they offer is just amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say yeah, anything coming from Xiaomi or like the OnePlus Open, that those are exciting phones. So now the OnePlus Open you can get in the U.S., but the Xiaomi's is like wow. I really wish we actually could get those in the U.S. and if they were sold by carriers, man. Anyway, but all right, most approved and most exciting mainstream phone definitely has to go to the Pixel. Now, before you guys jump and say, "Oh, well, your team Pixel and da 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 da," okay, cool. If it was now, if the phone, if I've got a Pixel 8 or 8 Pro and I said, "Oh," and I used it and it just ended up to be trash, it would be because I believe that the Pixel 6 was probably the most exciting phone to me of 2021. However, it was the most frustrating phone. I really wanted to love the Google Pixel 6. When I decided to return it and get rid of it, I was disappointed because I actually liked the Pixel 6, but it was had too many bugs and too many problems that I felt that was just unnecessary. Same thing with the 6A. I really did like the 6A. I bought it, I reviewed it, I liked it, but it was just I had to return it. It is what it is. Pixel 7, they fixed all the problems, but the Pixel 8, they did things that they should have done the first time. So let's go over some of the things they did. So, yeah, they rose the price. I understand that. $599 to $699. Cool, I get that. But they gave it a 120 hertz refresh rate, added all these exciting AI features, did some camera upgrades, and now, we said Google would eventually do 5 years of software updates. Kind of like Apple. Apple does a minimum of 5 years, sometimes 6 years. 7 years. 7 years of software updates. So this phone is coming out with Android 14. Are we on 14? 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're on. I don't even know. What are we on? Uh I think we're on Android 14. I don't even know. Um, let me check because I don't want to say anything. But anyway, um, Android 14, so it'll get supported all the way up to Android 21. Can you imagine? It is the first Android phone to actually get that level of support. I mean, don't get me wrong. Samsung had it for a while, but right now, and Samsung had it for the Android market, and Apple was killing it when it came to mainstream software updates. But now Google is killing it. Yeah, okay, we're on Android 14. I had to make sure. I had to check my um, Galaxy. All right, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, we're just having a normal conversation. Had to get my facts right. So yeah, Google Pixel Set 8 and 8 Pro was launched with Android 14. So I think honestly, for extra $100, yeah, the price increase is worse. It's now you got a phone that theoretically should last you for 7 years. Now, granted, people don't keep their phone that long, but I know people who would keep their phone that long. My best friend, he uses an iPhone 10R still, and it's just like okay, he's holding on to it and he's keeping it. Even though it's damn near out of date, he's still using it. So yeah, Google Pixel 8 supported for 7 years. That's impressive, and the fact that now it's sold by all major carriers. So I mean that kind of started with the Pixel 5 and things like that. They kind of branched out, kind of sold by everybody. But yeah, Pixel 8, 8 Pro. That's the most exciting mainstream phone. They're offering so much. They're breaking the game. It gives Samsung a reason to challenge them. Don't be surprised if Samsung says, okay, we're going to do 5 years or maybe 6 years of software updates. I don't know if they're going to do seven. I mean, and they said that they're looking to increase. They're looking to increase the they're looking to increase their software support. So yeah, um, Google Pixel 8, 8 Pro, man, like yeah, they're setting the bar. Even Apple might have to respond to that because, like I said, Apple is about 5, 6 years. Apple, in order for them to get ahead, they're gonna have to go 10 years. But I could be wrong. They might just be happy with the way they are. You know, I don't know. I'm interested to see the way that it's gonna go. But yeah, so yeah, those are kind of my categories that I can think of. Um, best budget phone. Uh, best budget phone. Can I come up with any best budget phone? I'm just trying to think of some last minute things. Um, I'd say right now, if you can get the Pixel 7a or the Pixel 6a for under $400, I think you guys should go for it. I think that's probably the best budget phone. But budget phone, if we're talking about under $200, anything Samsung. I mean, yeah. Uh, my sister-in-law, she has the Galaxy A20. No, she has the A14. I don't think it's worth 180 bucks or $200, whatever it's cost. I don't think it's worth that much, but it's Samsung, so they kind of can get away with charging that price, and they do offer, they're going to offer a good amount of support, but I don't think it's worth that price. But, it is what it is. I don't know. I might have to do a separate video on budget phones, but best mid-range, yeah, it would have to be the Pixel 7a, because Galaxy A54 is. Sorry about that. The Galaxy A54 is sluggish. I've used it for a little bit. It's sluggish. It just, I don't know. It needs a lot of work. But overall, these are my picks. These are what I feel like, like I said, exciting, least exciting, most improved, least improved. Like I said, it's just, these are just what I think about smartphones in 2023. Like I said, I didn't cover so much like I really wanted to, but definitely gonna start getting back on my stuff. Doing more carrier news and things like that. I've had time to spend with AT&T. I've had time to use the 14 Pro Max. I've had time to go around in different places and play with different things. So a lot of things, to talk about, but I wanted to get this video out, let you guys know what I think. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave it down below. Let me know what you guys think is your best smartphone in 2023. What is the worst? What is the most exciting, least exciting, most improved, least improved? Let's, give me your thoughts down in the comments below. Like I said, I really didn't have a direction for this, but I guess you can call these my version of the smartphone awards. That's probably what I'm going to call this. I don't know. But anyway, it's just helpful, informative anyway. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Cash App information will be in the beginning of the video. And yeah, if you guys celebrate holidays, be safe, be blessed if that's your thing. If not, hey, I get it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Please be safe. Please be blessed. Peace.